Bev Buds.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you're listening, and wherever you're listening from. This is the Bev Buds. As always, I'm your host, Ren Reardon.
I'm Daniel Gray.
And I'm Carl Wright, coming to you live from Mornington, Victoria.
This isn't Mornington, Carl.
No, it's Mount Martha. But... So how is everyone today?
Tired.
Yeah, did everyone have a good Easter?
Yeah, it's Easter.
Yeah, did the Easter bunny come for you, D?
No.
Well, you didn't want to wear the Easter hat before, so I guess.
Did you leave out some carrots for him, Dan?
No.
Is that what you do?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I found something funny. I know this is not Easter related at all, but like, when it came to Christmas time, what did you used to give out?
For the, like, Santa things?
Yeah.
I would give out, like, a VB. So
this was a thing.
And cookies.
Yeah,
That's what my mum and dad would give
Yeah,
out.
I only ever gave out milk and cookies.
Yeah, okay.
So, because like, I've been finding out, like, so people used to give Santa alcohol.
Yeah.
Is
Because it's
that
like, good, but the thing is, like, you know, because he comes to Australia last or first, one of them, so he needs the energy to. He's got the biggest. It's the biggest day of the year.
He
for
needs a
him.
few frothies to get it started.
But do you think you'd have a bev on the biggest day of work for you in a year?
No.
Not after work. Not after work.
No, but he does it during.
But what if it's his knockoff? Like he's finished with the world.
But he's got to
And he's-
drive home still.
There's just one beer
No.
for each house.
The reindeers can get him home.
Yeah. Do you know the name of the reindeers? Do you reckon you can name them?
I know Rudolph isn't even an actual Prancer, Dancer.
Well, Rudolph's at the front,
No, but
No, but he's not really.
He's not really. He's just a song.
so he's not in the carriage.
No.
Is he dead?
No, he's just a song.
Wait, so Rudolph's not in like the carriage?
No.
of reindeer?
No.
Okay, so what does he say? On
Prancer, on Dancer, on
Donna, on Vixen, on Cupid, on Comet, on... do you
I'm
know
actually
any of them?
impressed that you know that many.
On Dasher, on Prancer, on Donna, on Vixen, on Cupid, on Comet, on something in Blitzen? I don't know. I feel like
yeah.
I'm missing one.
Anyway, happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter. That was a great Easter story you started with. So, D, you brought the bevs this week?
Yes, I did.
Huh. And you've made us bring cups to the table.
You could say Thunderstruck.
That rustling plastic bag's
You
going to
know-
sound great next to the
Oh,
microphone.
right next to the mic. You know, today I had a very long day at work, and I was thinking on the way, I'm like, I can't wait. It's good because the podcast gotta get a bev, and then I'm like, wait, Dan's picked the bev, and it's gonna be something he's seen either like at the front of the store or like something that's like this other thing.
Excuse me.
Fine,
I picked the finest drink I found at Aldi yesterday.
Okay, so you went to Aldi.
You could say, and you ruined my line because I said it already. I'll say it again. Thunderstruck. There, it's ACDC.
Oh, AC/DC, German beer. Hey, at least we're not the pale buds anymore.
No, that's right.
The pale buds are over.
So I've gotten told by Soph
Yeah.
how we're supposed to do this because I found out why we have to roll the beers. Finally, I found out.
Did Soph tell you that?
Yeah, Soph told me why.
So she worked at a bar before.
Yeah, so she told me the exact reason why we have to do this because she keeps hearing it every week, going like, "Oh, I was going, oh, why do you have to do it?" Apparently, it's like split everything up because like all of it drops to the bottom, like
Really?
and you've got to roll it out.
Yeah.
And she told me as well because it won't taste good in the can. We have to pour it in a specific, a nice angle like that to get the
Okay.
beers correctly. So you got to roll it,
Okay, so we're rolling it.
spread it all around.
Yep. So for those of you listening at home, this is us rolling a giant, like a tall boy can of beer.
It is quite large.
AC/DC on it. It's 568 mil. German beer, Australian hard rock. Rock or bust.
And we're supposed to.
Oh, look at these flopping well.
Whoa!
And we're supposed to fill it up like this.
Okay. I like this. Is very This is nice, D. Good idea. Very. Thanks, Sophie, as well for the tip on.
Well, Soph's the one who found this.
I honestly like it when you pick the beverage because I have no idea what you're gonna pick.
What do you mean?
Like I can't predict it. It's like, what mood are you in? Are you in the mood to like find something obscure, or are you like, no, I like this, I'll get this. Like, because one of my favorite beers we've had on the podcast has been the one you brought back from Queensland.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. It's funny because this whole time we've been talking, I'm still pouring mine, and it's like still.
This
Got
smells
something.
like a pub.
It
this
does.
drink.
Do you know what it smells like? That pub in Mornington down the alley. You know, the one with the red door.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like that boutique. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
called. Is it called the Red Door?
I think so. Let's just go with that.
Anyway, cheers, gentlemen. Should we?
Cheers.
Yes, to German.
German, Australian, ACDC beer.
Wow. You could say this shook me all night long. You could say. You could say I'm back in black. Or shoot the thrill.
Great, we're gonna hear that all night.
So Trent, believe it or not, and I know you probably won't believe it. this isn't the first podcast I've been on this week. I've actually been on a Deacon podcast yesterday.
Yes.
And it went really well. It went really well. So I was on the Deacon TV, film and TV podcast.
They really were scraping the bottom of that.
My first thought.
They're like, crap, we've interviewed everyone successful from Deacon. Let's go to Kyle. But that was really good. I went on the podcast and we talked about bacon squash for about an hour. And they just like asked us questions about like what we do and how we like film stuff.
Did you see like them slowly get more disappointed?
No. Okay, so get this. They really did their research, right?
Right.
Like what?
They really dug into bacon squash. Like, and
That's pretty exciting though.
It was really cool,
Yeah.
man. Like, it was interesting. It was nice going somewhere and knowing I don't have to, like, do anything. Because we've always had to set up and plan
for
stuff.
sure.
Even like with this, you know, we have our notes and that sort of thing. But
Yeah,
I
to be
literally
a
just
guest,
rock
yeah.
up and do it and then leave. And someone else puts it together. But, yeah, no, they really did their research. And they listened to, like, some of our podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were like asking really detailed questions about how we film stuff and like our old stuff, like Hard West they were into, and like our time frame for filming stuff.
I feel sorry for them though. Whoever had to sit through
and watch
our
hours of our
stuff.
crap. But they did something that I forgot we brought up on the podcast.
Right.
No.
They're like, and it
Is it to
stopped
do
me.
with the circus dog?
It really stopped me. So this is for Steve Taylor, who's the journal right there. So basically, they go, this question is what this stumped me. I
Right.
struggled to answer this question.
Okay.
So they go, and on one of your podcasts the other day, that we listened to, you talked about Xenu. Can you tell us what that is? And I'm like, I didn't even know where to start about Xenu. Like, could you even, if someone off the cuff just says, hey, can you tell us about Xenu? What is it?
It's an alien costume we got because we thought it'd be funny to have an alien.
Right, so we went, and I said he's not surfacing anytime soon, and it's this failed project we made a few years ago where we're going to do a spoof Avengers film, and we
Yeah.
got this stupid alien costume.
Yeah.
We shot like 18 scenes of this thing and looked at it and said, this is a pile of crap. And we're going to scrap it. But I had to like really dance around my words as to what it was because I feel like I'm really embarrassed by it. But it was just funny that like, I just love that like, you know, an hour of interview and Xenu somehow made it from off the, did we talk about it on the podcast? I don't remember talking about it.
I don't remember talking about it.
Was it a few episodes ago?
It must have been ages ago.
Yeah, it would have
dude.
been one of the first few I'd say.
I just found it really funny because it really stumped me. Like, I could answer every other question pretty easily and pretty honestly. And it was just like, the Xenu thing, I'm like,
Oh, no.
move past.
So, I guess continuing on with our sort of bacon squash sort of thing, Saturday night, sorry, we had the premiere of an Australian Werewolf in
We
Melbourne.
did, yeah. So this podcast will come out on the Monday. And then so so on the weekend we had our premiere. So that's our 7th
Yeah.
film. Oh, well, for Dan it'll be like 2 months. 2 months ago we had the premiere, right? So that's our 7th film.
Yeah, that's right.
Done.
Obviously, like, I wasn't in it the whole majority.
Let's not spoil how much you're in it. You do have that one naked scene in it.
You can
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we could attribute that to, I guess, the point in time that it was filmed, and that was
Right.
COVID time.
Yes.
So, like,
Yeah.
how was it filming during that?
It
sort
was
of
really,
timeline?
it was interesting because we had 90% of the film we shot either in the house, at the house,
Yeah.
or in a 5-kilometer radius of the house.
Yeah.
And so it was hard to get people in it. And then, you know, that last 10% we shot after lockdown ease and stuff. And that's when you have your fabulous line, which I think is one of my favourite lines in the
Yeah.
film.
We-
I can't wait for you to see it.
Yeah. Were you like, when you filmed the majority of it
Yeah.
during COVID lockdown, obviously there was those few scenes that you wanted to do that was not lockdown.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, were you worried that this lockdown was going to go on?
Just
for,
keep going on. We're
you
gonna all
just
grow
never-
beards and like get fat or something, and it's just like half the movie's gonna look ridiculous. Yeah, like a little bit. We had to work around it quite a lot. But it was good, and it turned out you would have seen it. The one shot take we did in the film.
Yeah, that's right.
We've never done a scene that
No.
long, so we shot a whole scene that's in one take.
Yeah.
and so from start to finish, the camera doesn't cut. And it's a
Yeah.
big chase sequence with it's pretty much the first time you see the werewolf.
Yeah.
And for those of you listening now, Australian Werewolf's out on our channel, so
That's
you can
right.
go have a look at it and see what we're talking about. You can see that fabulous scene with Trent. Scenes, maybe.
Whoa,
Let's
maybe.
not, how much is he in it? Who knows?
I guess another question I want to ask about it is, obviously there was a limited cast as well.
Yeah.
How was it working with them?
It was good. Like, I feel like it was very, because it was so small, and
Yeah.
it was one of those things that just killed time during
Yeah,
lockdown.
that's
So
right.
it was kind of fun to do, and we just chipped away at it every day. We'd do like a scene or two, and
Yeah.
after like 3 weeks, the film was done basically, most of it.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was interesting because we wrote it. Do you remember we watched? We talked about it like last year, and we're gonna do it. You were gonna play.
main character or something,
You were going to play Renly, who's a werewolf hunter in the film.
okay.
Like a roommate who hunts werewolves. Nick was going to play the main character.
Yeah, right.
And I was going to play the best friend because Johnny didn't live here.
Yeah.
But I moved out.
And you moved out, so then we had to
During
switch.
the-
So we switched the whole cast up.
Yeah.
And so it sort of, it worked well. It was good. I like it. It's like sort of a, I don't know, like, because all our movies, we had sequels and we had stuff that carries over from different movies. This is sort of a clean slate. If you want to watch something, it's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You can jump in. It's funny. I really like it. And then you're done.
Yeah.
So, hopefully people respond well to it. By the time this podcast out, we'll see if they hate it or not. There is a fly in here that is pissing me off so much. And it's slow and fat, and it keeps hovering around my beard. So, D, did you go skating this week?
I thought you would wait until the end.
Oh, sorry. I'm waiting
Nah,
to the
it's
end.
too late now. You
No,
already spoiled
No,
it.
I spoiled it, did I? What if we teased it along?
No.
Stay tuned.
I didn't go skating this week, so I have nothing to say.
Oh, you don't have anything to say.
Well, I do my top 10, but my top 5.
We can do top 10 if you want.
Top 10. I'm not doing top 10
So your top 5.
because we got it changed.
We changed.
I
messaged Dan in the last second.
Momentarily before this podcast started recording.
Wanted to amend the top 5 that Kyle gave him last week.
Which was favourite things to do with roller skating.
skates, that's right. I wanted to take it to the next
Such
level.
a stupid top 5, yeah.
So I amended it and I gave Dan to give to us.
Yeah.
Top 5 most inappropriate times to wear roller skates.
Now, I didn't do the plain ones of like, funeral or like stuff like that.
Why not? You could turn this into a top 10 list.
I didn't do any specific order. Maybe the last one can be like number 1.
Right.
So, driving.
Okay, that would be hard to do.
That would be an inappropriate time to start putting on the
absolutely.
skates because, you don't want to be sliding around.
Yeah.
Swimming.
Yep.
What?
No, I'm just
No,
enjoying
it's
this.
just funny picturing like
I'm imagining
these
you
things
doing
happening.
these things, and then I'm also cutting back to you skating at this, like, just inappropriate places. Like, anyway, go on.
Because like you'll get them all sandy trying to get into the water,
Right.
and then trying to swim around. That's not going to work very well.
So you're imagining the ocean swimming,
Yes.
not like a pool. Yeah.
Now we've got I think it'd be pretty inappropriate. A marathon.
That would be very inappropriate.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like what if you sign up for a marathon and like everyone's trying to run, and there's this guy on roller skates going by.
So that's number 3.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 2.
During a podcast.
Yeah. That would be inappropriate.
Hey,
'Cause
did
I
you
feel-
check my feet,
Well,
Dad?
I'm just imagining
Just
like
make
I'm
sure
imagining
he hasn't
these
got 'em
big
on.
booty skates, like clicking around and
They don't. What do you think they're like?
I don't know.
They're not
I haven't skated since I was a kid, dude. I don't know what they're like.
Go on a double date.
Would you
with
go
us.
skating with me?
Yeah, I told you this last week.
No,
I
just
would.
you and me.
Sure.
I don't want to go on a double date. I don't want to go to the zoo. I don't want to go to these other places. I'll go over to your house and go skating without the front.
I swear you have a weird PTSD with like not wanting to go on double dates. or
No, I
something.
don't.
You have a weird thing. With
We've
double
been on double dates, haven't we?
No.
Haven't we?
No.
Oh.
So going back to Dan's skates.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I got one more.
Yeah, I know. Just hold on, Dan.
Jeez.
Let's just stretch it out a little bit.
Dan is in. Bloody, I didn't realize this was a NASCAR
Jeez.
track over here.
We must
Going
be
around.
skating. We must be skating on thin
through,
ice.
We're skating through this podcast.
A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we gave Dan the nickname Skater Boy last week, but I think we should start calling him Roller Boy.
So what you're
I think I
saying
started calling
is.
it Boogie Nights for a second.
So what you're saying is we should see you later, Skater Boy.
Oh, God.
Because he said see you later, boy.
Give us your number one. What's your number one most inappropriate time?
I think it's
For
very
roller skates.
inappropriate. Like, ice skating ring.
You would get looked.
I could imagine the
Do you reckon-
difficulty though that would come.
Would you get looked at? Like, would you get let on to the rink? Do you
The
reckon?
ice skating ring.
Yeah. Do you reckon you could sneak on if you're just holding the
Yeah,
skates?
Holding them or wearing them?
Holding them.
Holding them is like to walk through
Well-
like the people.
What are you talking about?
Well, do you
No,
put
like, if
skates
you
on
walked
before
into-
you get onto the ice?
Oh,
do you?
I thought you meant like you're thinking of walking barefoot on ice.
No, but like you gotta put your ice skates on. I've never been. I'm just imagining it. You put them on like next to the rink, right?
Yes.
So if you walk there with your skates and then sat next to the rink and put your skates on, you
Yeah.
get past like the guy at the ticket, like the guy that lets you in, right?
You're already past that guy, Carl. You'd get on and then people would be going, why?
Well, D, that was your top 5.
And because of that, I'm going to give Carl a very nice list.
Okay, what's that?
Ooh.
Carl's top 5 Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, fuck. Jack and Jill will be up the top.
Oh, it has to be. No, with Jack and Jill, like, I just want to talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that was an Adam Sandler, like, a bit of a Adam Sandler saying, dude.
Like I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he won. What's the awards for the
The
shittest
worst,
film of the
that's
year?
right.
It's something Turkey, isn't it? Or something like that?
No, it's like
He won
the worst actor and
And
actress,
actress,
for
yeah.
that movie.
and film. He won like 5 that year.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, if I'm being honest. Does that mean I have to sit through 5 Adam Sandler? I already know my favorite. Adam
He's got
Sandler.
some, like...
He does.
He's got
When
some good movies.
When he wants to do a good job, he does.
Mm.
But then like
I want to see if Carl's actually got 5 that he can give.
if I can pull out 5, I reckon I could pull out. I think I know my personal favorite, and I know the one where he acts quite well.
I feel like
So
I
I've
know.
got
I feel like I know what's
Yeah.
going to be. It's everyone's favorite one, but I'm not going to
no,
say.
mine's gonna be different.
I would say it's different to everyone else's.
Mine's different. I think it's
Okay.
something I watched as a kid a lot.
Yeah, right.
With my cousin Ty. Ty, if you're listening, you'd know what it is.
Oh,
Oh
Don't spoil it.
no, don't spoil it.
you spoiled it for Ty though.
So top 5 favorite Adam Sandler. Don't listen next week. Adam Sandler movies that'll come out.
Because I was thinking, like,
next
what's
week.
the worst one I can give to Carl? It's on my head.
That's pretty bottom of the barrel.
So, Kyle, I know you haven't seen it yet, but Dan, you've seen Black Mirror.
Yes.
There's an episode in season 2 that's called Be Right Back.
Okay.
And it's about this woman who's moving houses with her partner.
Yeah.
And there's a big accident sort of thing and the partner passes away.
Right.
Anyway, so she's grieving for quite some time and her friend says, hey, there's this particular thing that, may help you in this case. And what it is like, it's almost like an app
Yeah.
that allows you to communicate with an AI that is a complete copy of
You're dead, like
your dead
person.
partner or
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
And then
That sounds.
that's I know. I mean, she sits on the phone like every night, like talking to him. And at the start, it's not the same because the AI hasn't quite learned exactly what he was like. But
Yeah.
it just goes off like his social profile on the internet.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
it's not like they've hooked it up to like his brain or anything.
no. So it just goes off like everything that he's ever done online
Yeah.
or said, and that's how they create it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, after sort of that, she takes it to the next level and she orders a actual robot to come, and it looks lifelike, but doesn't act like
Is
him
it
because
him,
it
though?
doesn't.
Does it
No,
look-
it's not.
Okay.
It looks like him. That's right.
Right. But, it's
But
not.
it doesn't know exactly. what he
Yeah.
was
So it's
like.
got the brain of the AI
Yeah.
thing, and then the robot.
Yeah.
Like to get. Okay.
So I remember, like, I watched that probably a year or two ago.
I remember it. I can't remember what happens exactly
Yeah.
fully off the top of my head.
So
But
I found it, like, I find all Black Mirror episodes interesting, but just this week, I've came across a comment online.
Yeah.
It was on, like, a music video on YouTube or something.
Okay.
And, I mean, when I say comment, I mean, like, a few. There was a few comments of people saying, my replica recommended this. And I thought, what the hell is a replica?
Yeah.
So I went and Googled it, and this might be old news to some of our listeners, because I think it
Right.
came out 2019 maybe.
I've never heard of this.
So it's an app called Replika, and it is literally what Black Mirror
From the
had,
from the episode.
basically.
Yeah.
So
How does it work though?
So you set up like your online profile. You give them a nickname,
Okay.
and you set up like an emoji or wherever you want to make them look,
Yeah.
and then it's basically just chat. So you chat to this AI, and what it is the AI is meant to replicate you. So it looks at all your social interactions
That's creepy.
and everything.
Yeah.
And it's a way of like, it's to do with like if you've got anxiety and you need calming,
Yeah.
you speak to yourself through this app.
Does it cost money? I kind of want to
No,
try
it's
this.
free.
I'm
But
Replika.
you can take it to the next level, and that's when you got to start paying. And one of those next levels, and I'm really interested in this, but I don't think I'd ever download it, just because like it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
You don't know where like
Yeah.
your information's going in that, but
No.
you could pay to get the next level, and the next level involves phone calls,
No.
talking on the phone with this Replika.
So this is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
I'm gonna try this. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
give it a
curious,
crack.
and I don't really care. I'll try it. I gotta care about my social media, so I'll give it a crack. Replika
Replika.
as an app. Do you reckon you can make a fake Facebook account and just like make shit up on it, and then get your Replika to do that, and make them like a real dick, like?
I would not be shocked if people have done the opposite, where like they've gotten dumped by their girlfriend or something,
And they've made their girlfriend.
and they've made their girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole like alley you could do.
Yeah.
Right? Like, have you? Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. That's crazy that there's a real thing, and it's like
So
in Black
crazy,
Mirror.
man.
Wow.
That's weird.
That is weird. So changing gears.
Changing skates.
Changing skates. Changing rinks, as the skaters say, don't they? Skater boy. No, wait, what was it? What was
Roller boy.
Roller boy. Sorry. That should be your Instagram name, Roller. And you should have all these pictures of you like skating, like, oh, I'm just hitting the rink again today. Like you put it up like different pictures. Tom sent a message to Bev Buds. Tom Webb.
This is Thomas James Webb.
Thomas James Webb.
Resident of Brew.
He's a friend of ours. He's best known for vomiting in Dan's toilet when we were young, but we went to high school with him, and he's a pilot in WA.
That's right.
So he's all the way across on the western coast, as they say. Now he sent a message a few weeks back, and he said, "If you guys better have snake bite as your next drink."
I did see that one.
Now, can I ask you guys, because I googled it today.
Yeah.
I've never heard of snake bite.
Until I saw that message, I never had either.
Can I guess? Is it literally like, it's not those ones where it's like snake alcohol, is it? Where it's actually like what people...
No,
okay, well,
no.
I googled what it was, I'll just say I want you guys to both have like a crack at guessing it.
Yeah.
But I googled it and I looked at it and I thought there is no way Tom would drink that, and I'm really confused
right? That's
why
what I
he
thought
wants
when
us
I
to
saw
drink
it.
that. So have a guess. What would you guess snake bite is? Like, what would you? If I said, Dan, go get me some snake bite.
Like what type of drink?
Yeah, like what is it? Like,
It sounds like a vodka, I guess.
okay, what would you say, Trent? So you say vodka?
I
Well,
feel
where
like
from? Where would you guess from? Like
I guess I'd just be going
a
to Dan
shitty WA
Murphy's.
vodka. Yeah, but like, where do you reckon the vodka snake bite would be made from?
Oh,
Like,
WA?
you reckon it's like a Western Australian vodka? Okay. What about you, Trent?
I can't remember what I googled
Yeah.
or like the result was because it was so long ago. But from memory, it's something to do with mixing two types.
You're
of,
onto something.
Yeah, two types of things together.
So a snake
and
bite.
it's apparently it's a young person thing to do.
Is it?
Mm.
I've never had. Have you ever had
like
one out?
literally a
heard of this.
teenager person thing to do.
So it's because it sounds disgusting. So I'll describe
Oh,
what it
yeah.
is. It's very popular in the UK apparently. But it's half lager, half cider.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I do know this.
Yeah.
I 100% know
Have you
this.
had it
I've
when you
had
went
it.
over?
I had it when I was over there. Because they do that. It's not that great.
That's asking for a hangover, right? Like, or feeling really sick when you're. If you had like 10 of if you go out and have we're gonna do prees on snake bite. We're gonna have half cider. It's mixing drinks. It's just like.
I don't remember calling it snake bite, but they did do that.
Yeah.
It's probably a young person.
And there's a thing
phrase,
where if you
but-
add black currant to it, it's called something else. It's like another mixer, but you can ask for. I think it's called like a dark snake bite or something, and you can like get them out.
Do
clubbing
you
or
think
something.
like if you went out?
Yeah.
Like obviously we don't know because we've never done it before, but if you were to go out to a pub these days, like down here in Mornington,
Yeah.
and you walked up to the bartender and was like, "Make me a snake bite,"
They know.
they would know.
I feel like it matters how old they are.
Matters where they've been as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you get like a foreign bartender, or you
I mean,
get someone
obviously,
who's,
it's-
like who's old, like older.
Obviously, it's a big hit in
Look at me like
Broome.
that.
What?
So you go older and like nodding your head at me.
You know, like you've been around. You've been around, Mr. Kentucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, it's a big thing in WA. Obviously.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, apparently, so for all our listeners in WA, could you tell us if it's a big thing?
and if it's any good.
Yeah. So like, you don't think in Mornington you think you could go get one?
Yeah, I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
I personally think you'd have to explain what it is.
You couldn't just say,
There's
"Hey, one
probably-
snake bite, please."
There's probably an actual term for it.
not snake
not
bite.
snake bite.
Right. Okay. What do you think the loudest place in Mornington is?
But loudest.
Yeah, loudest. Because some places are just so friggin' loud when you go out.
Cruise.
You reckon Cruise?
Cruise.
I reckon I'm on par with like Casa. Like, have you ever sat there and tried to talk over the table? You know, just like when we went, was it you and Jess shared a birthday one year?
Yeah, we were just yelling.
Remember we were sitting upstairs. If you can't like, I don't feel like I couldn't talk to you.
Is that because of music or just other
It's
crowd
music
noise?
and people, but they pumped the music up like 10 things too loud.
And I mean, Cass is not like a dance club.
No,
you go
it's
there
just
to
you go there
socialise,
and you go there
right?
to eat.
So
and you-
expensive there.
It is. It's I don't know. Casa or like Merchant Lane used to be pretty loud.
Yeah.
God, I sound old. You reckon Cruise?
Yeah,
Cruise is loud. Remember that rave cave thing?
Yeah,
I
like
wonder if that's still going.
No, it's not.
like Cruise isn't going anymore.
Nah.
Isn't it?
No.
The club?
Yeah, it's gone.
So there's no club in Mornington except Merchant. Wow. Okay.
Oh, they're the last survivor. Because like, didn't you say?
And that's area. That's the Old Bay.
Yeah,
that's
well,
moved into Merchant.
Publican closed down, which is the club next to Merchant. They went out after COVID.
Jeez.
So I'm kind of glad because they were dicks. They bought Bay, which was the hotel
Yeah.
there, where we used to go for like Thursday
Oh.
night, locals night.
Some weeks we went Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, but like remember you go there and it was free entry and like $10 jugs.
Oh, yeah.
And it was really cool. And then they bought it and it was like, oh, $10 entry.
And
No
then-
specials on drugs. It was
Yeah.
like $25 a jug.
Yeah.
And then no one went. And then a couple of years later, they're out of business. It's kind
Yeah.
of like, well, you screwed over like everyone that's there.
Yeah.
Because didn't they hired a bunch of like, well, they didn't hire, but like they got a lot of like famous people to try and get people to like.
Yeah, we saw Shannon Knoll there.
Yeah, but like they had like a lot of comedian
Thirsty
nights.
Merc.
and
Footy players and that.
Thirsty Merc. Yeah, there was all the footy players there. Like, it was kind of cool, that sort of stuff. But, yeah, I don't know.
You don't miss it?
No, I don't miss it. It's you.
No.
So I was sitting down with Lauren I would say the breakfast table, but it's sort of a communal
You doesn't have...
eating table.
You're not
right?
going to give it a label.
So I'm not going to give it a label.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was in there this morning, and I was tucking into my wheat bix as I normally do, and 4 wheat bix with. No, actually, before I go into it,
But you have 4 wheat bix.
before I go into it, how Daniel, do you eat wheat bix, Kyle?
No, but I make them for kids at work quite a lot.
Okay, all right.
How do
So
I
I'm
make
a
my
quite
wheat-
avid wheat bix.
How do you make your wheat bix?
How do I make my Weetabix?
Wheat bix.
Weetabix.
Wheat
Get
bix.
out, skateboy.
I get my 4. Good choice.
So you have 4.
Yeah, good
Why
choice.
4?
4 or 5. Like.
Would you ever
Yeah.
go an odd number?
Yeah.
Okay. You
I go 4 because the big bags, like if you go 4, you complete a row.
Per
Like
thing,
so
yeah,
like
okay.
it's not.
Right.
And then Lauren comes along and has 3 and just ruins my.
This is the ruins the ratio.
So like 4, sometimes 5. I'm very hungry.
Whoa.
Oh, God. Especially if you're out skating
But
that day.
I smother that bowl in milk.
Right.
Like I like feeling it.
Okay.
So you put the wheat bix in, then
Yeah.
you just put milk on, cold milk.
Put cold milk.
Can I pause you for 2 secs? Because I want to ask. Because
God.
kids are friggin' picky about this. I don't know if you are.
No.
So you put your wheat bix in. Now, if I pour the milk, if I don't pour it, when I have cereal, I
Right.
pour it to. I have my cereal and I pour the milk to the side to fill up the bowl. I don't like smathering the cereal in
Right.
milk.
No. never.
But kids, I've got this one kid who, if I don't pour the milk in the middle, and it covers the top of the wheat bix, he gets upset.
Does he cry?
No, but he's asked me, he's like, can you please... He doesn't get upset, but he's like, can you please make sure you cover the top in milk?
Uh-huh.
So when you pour it...
No, you just pour it in. I don't really care because it goes in. I put it in the microwave anyway.
I see you microwave it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
microwave it 2 minutes. Apparently I'm a crazy person for doing that.
No, kids have asked. I feel like people will do that.
So it calls me a crazy person for doing that. So he's like, you like warm Weetabix? I'm like, who doesn't?
Well, I'm going to shock you.
Yeah.
I think I've let it slip in the past how I make mine.
Yeah.
And to me, this is normal because this is the way I've had it.
Don't,
my
don't
entire
say
life.
don't say water, please.
We'll put this recipe up online for people.
That's right. So recipe is 4 wheat bix, right? A little bit of sugar on top.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling
Sugar,
a
not
bit-
honey?
A bit naughty. I put a bit of sugar on there. Boil the kettle.
No.
So once the kettle's boiled,
Stop it.
no, once the kettle's boiled,
You sick.
pour boiling water
Oh.
over the wheat bix until it's
Water.
like, that's right. Fill it up about a quarter of the way, or maybe even half. Let the water soak in a little bit
Yeah.
while you get your milk out of the fridge.
Okay.
And then just put a few dabs of milk in and mix it around.
Stop it, you don't. Can you
not-
make this
it's
for
not
me?
Beautiful.
It's not tea.
No.
You let it brew for a minute to like absorb. I'm not a big Weet Bix fan.
Right.
I am a sucker for hating soggy food. So risotto, Weet Bix, anything gluggy.
Gee.
Like I know you love your curry. Rose does it as well, where you have like you put your rice in first.
Yeah, because you put your rice in and mix it.
Yeah, I hate that. I have to have my rice to the side and then I have my curry.
That's so good.
Oh.
It's just plain rice.
No, but I get my rice, I scoop it, and then I scoop the curry and put it in my mouth.
Nah,
so I go scoop, scoop, scoop.
No, I'll tell you, Rose has got it right.
No, she's disgusting. She gets when we get Chinese food. She gets like a soup, like a wonton soup.
Yeah.
She gets fried rice. And she puts the fried rice in the soup to make
Yeah.
it gluggy and then spoons it.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, it's gross. No.
You get to absorb.
Oh, I don't want to absorb. But the wheat mix that's why it puts me off it, because of the wheat mix thing. I was going to ask you something. What was it? Oh, backpedaling a little bit. What was it? I was trying to think of it before because I was going to bring it up. What did Sophie ask me this week that you two were having an argument about? She's like, Carl, you've got to back me up.
This is going to make it sound like...
What was it?
It sounds so horrible though, but like... Alright, like on Easter Friday, if I remember...
Good Friday.
Yeah, Good Friday.
It's not Easter Friday.
Whatever it is. Besides like being a public holiday, do you know like what happens that day? Like what goes on during the day?
Okay, so that's what I got to ask Liv. Like, what happens on Good Friday? What would you say?
Well, I don't particularly know. I just know that it's a religious event. I know that...
Does your family growing up do anything special?
No.
This is anything to do with actual religion. This is actually like...
It's like a communal thing.
It's a communal thing that's been going for a long time.
The only thing I can think of is a Good Friday appeal.
A what?
The Good Friday appeal.
Okay, so
but are we talking about like what?
So the charity thing.
Because
me and Carl have never heard.
No,
of
You've never heard of the Good Friday appeal.
No, I haven't. I said, oh, well, my family used to not buy meat. Like, you don't eat fish on Good Friday. Yeah. That was the only thing I could think of with Good Friday. And Dan said the Good Friday appeal.
Because I was talking to Sophie, I'm like, I've never heard of this.
I've never heard of that.
She was telling me about it. Because I'm like, my family just never really celebrated Easter. They just weren't like into it. So,
we go away, or we go down to the farm, or we just chill at home and like get eggs and just... Like, I don't know, it's like a 4-day time off school.
Yeah.
You know?
Doesn't really make sense from a non-religious point of view.
No.
And then Soph brings up, I'm like, what are you talking about? I've never heard this in my life. This is like a new thing that they're starting up.
No, apparently it's not.
And
It's
like,
been going for years, decades.
Since Jesus died that day, they started collecting money.
putting you on the telly.
Yeah, and he came back and like, oh, well, he came back.
But like, because we were talking about it, I'm like, I bet you right now, Kyle has never heard of this.
Right, so I get a call, and I get the call, and it's like, hey, Kyle, I'm just wondering, so if you know I'm wondering, what happens on Good Friday, or Easter Friday, as you guys call it. And I'm like, and I was stuck there, I'm like, I couldn't think of anything, and I'm like, well, do people, I know people, because I know you work at Woolies, you guys get crazy with like people getting seafood and stuff, right, from like the fresh area?
On the Thursday.
On the Thursday, because you close the Friday.
Yeah.
So my head went to, people buy seafood because they're not meant to eat meat when Jesus died.
Yeah.
Probably because he was made of meat. But like, you know what
we should turn that into a shirt. Jesus was made of meat.
But yeah, so like that's all I thought of. I couldn't think of the charity thing. But I looked into it, and apparently it's a big deal, and a lot of charities do a thing. Yeah, and also, I feel
so horrible though.
So do I. And it also makes sense because there was a fire truck doing laps of the block with its sirens on, and these guys walking behind it in front of it with cans wanting money.
Oh no!
And I'm like, oh, that's weird. They're asking for money. And then I look, coming from a non-religious point, it's like a weird thing to all want charity on one day.
Yeah.
But I guess everyone's home and they're not, they're out to donate and stuff.
Yeah, like, because I was talking to my mum later about it, and she's like, yeah, we just never, like, looked into it, never had, like, the telly on for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I just never, I don't know how I've gone to, like, 25 years and never heard of this, like, big charity.
It's kind of sad, really.
Yeah. And then, like...
Well, we know now, Dan.
Oh.
So, I want to ask you guys, so just changing away from our lovely Easter special we've had, talking about the reindeer at the start, and then how we don't know anything about Easter just then. Do you know what Easter is, out of curiosity?
What, just about, like, Jesus?
It's
about changing... Because it's not even... Isn't it one of those things again, like, all the stuff with Jesus and everything, like, didn't even happen on that, and it's, like, way later in the year?
I don't know.
But it's like, okay, like, so there's Jesus, right? So apparently he died on the Friday and resurrected on the Sunday.
How did he die, do you know?
Right? No, he got put in a cave or something.
Watch Passion of the Christ.
I haven't watched that.
No, watch it, then you find out.
I know,
but, so there's that. But then how does the Easter Bunny come into it?
I was
And
wondering...
why do we eat chocolate? Is it...
Do you think he knew that he was having the Last Supper, or do you think they just called it supper?
I know why.
Do you think he gets every supper painted?
And, like,
that
hey,
just happened to be the last
and it's
one?
like, oh, that was the last one. Like, he's got a wall of suppers, and it's like him in the middle.
I actually remember one thing with the chocolate stuff. When we were kids, Trent, like we all got taken to the. Do you remember this? Like we're like in year 4 at the time, and I don't remember now. But when you think back, it's like, it's kind of messed up what we were doing. They were taking us to a lot of that religious stuff at the time. Do you remember this?
What? In year 4?
Like year 4 or 5, like we got sent to we had to listen to these people talk about religion.
No.
Once a week.
Yeah, when we had RE.
John. his name
Religious
was.
education.
I remember that because he took my comic book away once.
Yeah.
He came in and I remember I was drawing something. I was drawing a comic up because I used to draw comics because I was cool. And he took my comic book away because I was drawing in RE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we got, because I remember like about that age, and they were talking about it was Easter at the time, and they're talking about like why the eggs and everything like that, and they're talking about how it's like cracking of the egg means like Jesus coming back. And I remember even when I was like that age, going, "That's bullshit."
Damn, it might be real. Would you be more mad if like Christianity 100% came down as real right now?
Would I be mad?
Or flat Earth is real? What would you be more mad at?
I think I'd be more upset at the flat Earth.
Like that's real. Like the Earth is a square.
More because they're gonna be like, "I told you so."
The flat earthers. Oh, you know they'd say I told you so.
Like they're just gonna be like so.
And you can sail off the edge and like that sort of thing.
No, you can't because it's like.
Oh, there's like ice things.
Yeah, it's an ice thing.
Do you remember that article? It was like last year or 2 years ago. That guy who he was built a rocket to prove the Earth was flat and he died doing it.
Oh, I've heard the one of like the guy who got up really high in the air, like on a hot air balloon, took a photograph and look, it's all flat. And then the comment was like, you do see how the Earth is like...
The curvature, yeah.
Yeah, it's curving in the photograph, and he didn't say anything back to the fact that... Like,
it was curving. No, to all our fans out there that are flat earthers,
you're wrong.
Stop listening. I had a question that we completely pedaled away from. Can you tell me what happened on Easter? So on Friday, what did he do? Jesus got killed.
Yeah, he got betrayed with the Last Supper.
So was that on Thursday night?
I think so.
Or was it on Friday night?
No, it was on Thursday probably.
So Thursday night he had supper.
He had supper with the boys.
And then on Friday he got... Did he get crucified on Friday?
Yes.
So when did he die? He didn't die in one day,
He
did
did.
he?
Yeah.
How can you not die in one day? What do you mean?
He didn't die when he got crucified.
Yes, he did.
Straight away.
No,
he bled out.
No,
like,
okay.
No, because it sounds. Why are we talking about? He got sent up there, put on the crucifix, and they cut him up until like there's a thing about like he started bleeding out water by the end of it because
all in one day.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
They weren't messing around. So then he died.
Yes.
They put him in a cave.
Yes, and put the rock over.
And then he came back on Sunday.
Yes.
So okay, and he came back Sunday, and that's why we have Easter.
Congratulations, and then the giant bunny appeared.
Did the rabbit help? Like move the rock? Okay, let's move on. Can we please move on?
But like, I feel like we should look up right now. Like, why does the Easter Bunny exist? Because we're talking about.
Can you Google it while I move on, and we can come back to it? So I want to ask you something, Trent.
You want to ask me something?
While Dan's Googling, I was thinking about this week. I was pondering,
Right.
and I was thinking, do you have a memorable mistake you've made in a past relationship? Not the most, like the worst thing. Just something you made where you look back and you're like, yeah, I messed up that time, sort of thing.
Well, like the first thing that comes to mind isn't like a major thing.
Yeah,
I guess
no,
it's
neither
only
is
like
mine.
a minor
Mine
thing
is
that
too, but
you
it's-
just like dwell on.
Yeah.
And it's one date.
Mhm.
We came back from we Frankston or something. We were watching a movie.
Yeah.
This would have been about in year 9 or 10, one of those years.
Okay.
Anyway, we came back
Mhm.
and
Did the date come back to your house?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yep.
Mhm.
And for dinner,
Yeah.
I look, to this day I still think I messed up with the dinner.
Okay.
Because all I offered was oven food. Right?
Like fish fingers, pie
Yeah,
pies.
like an oven pizza or something like
That's
that.
not too bad. I mean, you could go worse. You could have said like meat goring or like, 2-minute noodles or sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
That's the
your-
first thing that comes to mind. I'm sure there's a lot worse things that I've done. But
Yeah. I've got one that comes to mind, and it's like it's bad, but it's not like the worst thing.
Yeah.
But it's basically it's just memorable to me because it's sort of like I don't know what I was thinking, but basically we were at Phillip Island.
Right.
And I think I've told you about this, D. We're at Phillip Island.
Just before,
Yeah.
just from like, you know, like when there has those mini comments of like different questions. Like I've written in like, why does the Easter Bunny exist? And you know, and people have written other
Yeah.
ones. Like one of them says, is the Easter Bunny real in real life?
Please tell me the Yahoo Answers. Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's
sorry.
closing down, by the way. Yahoo Answers.
Oh, what a
They're
shame.
getting. I feel like it's a wealth of like funny things.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what were we gonna say? Ask me.
Okay, so talking about what's like a memorable mistake we've made in a relationship, right? And Trent just told his, but I was thinking. I think I've told you before, but I was at Phillip Island a few years back,
Right.
with previous partner.
Mm.
It was Dan. And no, I was at Phillip Island, and we went there. We had a house down there to stay at. Went out, had a few drinks. It was in winter, and everything was closed except like 2 pubs.
Yeah.
And we had a few drinks, and I feel like we had a fight.
Right.
And we were very drunk at the time.
Okay.
And I'm not one for like conflict.
Yeah.
Especially like when you're drunk and stuff, it's like it's never gonna end well.
You've had a couple of ACDCs.
You could say more than a couple. And this person I was with was in a mood to like fight.
Yeah.
So she went and sat away from me when we were out, just the two of us at this pub.
Okay.
And I was like, whatever. So I had a drink. I started drinking. I was actually having a good night as well before that. And so I had another drink, and I'm like, they were still ignoring me and stuff. I'm like, they want me to like pander.
Yeah.
Even though I can't remember what we were talking about, but in my head I was 100%. I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. This person is being irrational. So I was like, I'm gonna go home. So I got up and just walked off and left them in the pub. I've told you this before, right? So I left them in the pub, and I was very drunk. I was quite drunk, and I walked back. You can walk back to the house we're staying at, and I walk back, and I go, and I'm like, oh, well, it's late. It's winter. I'm freezing because I walked back. It was rainy. I'm drunk. I'm gonna go have a shower. So I sit in the shower. Have like one of those long post going out showers, you know, you just like sloppy. And I sat down in the shower, and I sort of like put my head down, and I had like closed my eyes. I think I had like a little doze off.
Oh no!
While the shower was just running, like there's nothing, no harm with it. Just like it was like a bath shower in the shower. Anyway, I jolt awake by like the door opening, the shower door, and this person's like, "You left me there?" Just at the top of their head, like they were like so mad. And in my head, I thought I was like, I'm just gonna leave because it's just gonna cause an argument. And in my head, it was completely
You just made it worse.
But as a memorable mistake, that is one of my top ones.
Yeah.
Even though it's not like a horrible thing, it's just one of those things. That's like I would never do.
You just
again.
left your partner at a pub in a winter's night and it's raining.
But like it was one of those things I would never do again, and I completely regret it in hindsight.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know. It was a funny thing. I was just thinking about this. What about you, D? Have you got a memorable mistake in a relationship?
No, I never made a mistake in my relationship.
Oh, you're perfect, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's because of the skating, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's what holds the glue.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's never my fault.
Oh. Good thing, you know how Jesus had the Last Supper? This is the last podcast.
Oh,
Just anyway.
You don't have a memorable mistake.
I'm trying to think of something like top of my head. I know I have, but like I can't think.
Like
of
nothing horrible.
No,
Just like a
that-
memorable thing where you like that was a mistake.
I've once gone like having in the middle of having a little argument with their parents.
They have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got into the car and I went, "You should apologise to your parents."
Oh. I love that we all had that gut reaction. Like, oh. What? How did they take that?
Not well.
Okay, so you were with the parents on the argument.
As far as I remember, yeah.
I love that. Do you remember what the argument was?
No clue.
Okay.
It was so long ago, but I just remember like getting in the car and like them fuming and me going like, "You should apologise."
I love that.
I love how you both had the same reaction.
Like, it's just, you would never, yeah.
Like I remember at the time thinking that's like the worst thing I could say.
I love that.
So
You haven't
Dan-
touched your beard.
I have.
I have. One sip.
So Dan,
Yes.
I'm sure the listeners are quite eager by now to find out
Oh, yeah,
the
circling
question,
back.
the answer.
So,
Here you go, Trent.
Trent, we've got this
It's
giant...
actually generally the best one I could find.
So let's rewind. What are we talking about?
So we're talking about why the Easter Bunny exists.
Okay, yeah.
According to BBC, the story of the Easter Bunny is thought to have become common in the 19th century. Rabbits usually give birth to a big litter of babies, also called kittens.
Right.
So they became a symbol of new life. Legend has it that the Easter Bunny lays, decorates and hides eggs, as they are also a symbol of new life.
Chocolate eggs.
So it's got nothing to do
With Jesus,
Jesus.
being pulled out.
I guess it's new life.
I feel like...
the new life bits because of Jesus.
Okay, so... No, but I feel like this... Alright. So, I feel like long ago,
Yeah.
religious people were celebrating Easter.
Right.
And I say celebrating, I mean like, you know, experiencing Easter, I guess,
Okay.
every year. And it must have got to a point where the non-religious people were like, hey, hang on, these guys are having a good time.
We should
should
slap
join
a
in.
bunny on that thing.
I want that public holiday, right?
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, should we do a question, Kendall? Because
Why not?
They are. It's exploded.
It's been quite some time.
It's blossomed.
Mm.
It's become a beautiful question, Kendall. This week, where we've got quite a lot in here. You can hear that at home. So, Trent, would you like to
Sure.
pick a question? You got one?
Have I got two?
I would
No,
love
I've
it.
got one.
I would love it as an Easter question.
Oh, same. What's your favourite thing about Easter?
Alrighty. So this is from Caden Wood
Caden.
from Mornington.
Yes.
Howdy, fresh.
Your royal freshness.
Your royal freshness.
At your royal freshness.
What's your favourite moment on the podcast so far?
Jesus made a meat. That's probably what made my...
That's your favourite moment.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the 10th the 10th one with the wine.
Right.
I just like that we dressed up and we had the decanter and we had a nice time with the wine. What's yours, Trent?
I feel like you just like it sounds so boring. Like
That was nice.
I think my favourite moment on the podcast so far was, I think, a podcast not too long ago where it was just you and I, Kyle.
Yep.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
That was
that.
good. That was a good podcast.
I enjoyed that too. Got a week off from you.
Driving your ambulance around.
Yes.
Should we do another one?
Yeah.
So this one's from... it's from Caden Wood again. So Caden's really exploded that question again.
Yeah.
This one's for Dan. Not for us, Trent.
Okay.
We're not included.
I'll sit this one out.
Let's take a backbench on this one.
Yep.
Question for Dan.
Why do I get all the questions?
Would you classify cereal as soup?
Huh? Cereal is soup?
Yep.
No.
Why not?
Why not?
What classifies something as a soup?
Does it have to be
Soup.
hot?
Pardon?
Does it have to be hot?
I feel like it doesn't have to have as much sugar.
You couldn't get a dessert soup.
Like the way I make my Weet Bix, that would be almost soup. Right?
What if I put ice cream in a bowl and microwave? Is that soup?
No, that's just melted ice cream.
So where do you draw the line?
Well, like, because soup's more like when it's mashed up, like, vegetable with a little bit of, like, I don't know, chicken or something like that. Like, I feel
So
like
it has to be vegetable
And also-
based, right?
and
Does
also,
It can't be
Can't
like
be a fruit soup?
You can't have a fruit soup.
and also, like, cereal is,
Oh man.
Oh,
cereal is something with milk in it.
you're right.
Like, that's what I'd say. And also, like, yeah, cereal is something with milk in it. Like,
Cereal something.
It-
So
this-
Weet Bix
But,
cereal.
but some soups you mix cream in it, which arguably is milk.
That's true.
Right.
Is
it's not milk, though.
Weet Bix soup?
No, it's not.
But Trent warms it with
A
boiling
fruit
water.
soup though.
Yeah,
Sort of,
but he puts milk in it.
He does.
No.
I'm not a fruit soup.
Oh,
Like,
is it warm?
No.
Okay.
Fruit soup. What the hell's this?
It's something Trent's just made up.
I was like, is this an actual thing that I've just never heard of?
Should we do one last? There's two in here.
I feel like
sure.
I feel like a fruit soup is just a smoothie.
Who's reading the last question?
You go ahead. Go ahead.
Me.
No, Dan can.
Oh,
We've
for
each
God's
read
sake.
that one.
Here
Are
we
you
go.
sure you want to choose that one, Dan?
You chose very abruptly. You're gonna regret it. Who's this one from?
Kristen Wright.
Chrissy, future Miss World Victoria candidate.
That's
Well,
right.
she's actually Chrissy, my sister, is in the Victorian state final for Miss World next week.
Oh.
Next week or
So by the time
this
this
week?
podcast, well, when this podcast comes out, it will have been 5 months ago. No, it'll be when this podcast comes out on the Friday night.
Okay.
So this coming Friday.
Yep.
She will be doing the Miss World Victoria.
Oh, good on her.
So there's 30 something girls doing it. Our family's going, and then 5 of them get into the national final to become Miss World. So
Right.
5 from each state.
Okay.
So Chrissy's got to compete with. She got a 5 out of like 30 something
Yeah,
chance of
okay.
winning. So we're all gonna go there and
Yeah,
have like
nice.
a thing. But, so Chrissy's got a question.
Oh.
Wow. Hi, Chrissy.
What drink holds the most memories for you? Or should I say, least amount of memories? Am I right,
Oh.
boys?
Water.
Like what? Like alcohol?
I know. I feel like you and I have the same one, D. We can say it off. I reckon if we said the same thing at the same time, we'd say the answer correct. The same answer.
What like alcoholic?
What
drink?
what alcoholic drink has the most memory to your brain?
Like what?
When it's like if you see it again, you're like you remember something from that from the time you had it. Wait. Can we say it at the same time?
Yeah, sure.
3, 2, 1.
Smirnoff.
Tequila. Oh,
Whoa, that didn't go like
Smirnoff.
planned.
What vodka?
Yeah.
From where?
When you and I, it's like used to love our Smirnoffs.
Yeah, okay. Like our double blacks.
Yeah, like when we used to go out together and like have some Smirnoffs.
We had a recipe. It was like 3 double blacks each, and we'd time it like 20 minutes per double black. Like you had 20 minutes to like.
While watching Godzilla movies.
That was a good prees. Mine is tequila.
Tequila?
The
Really?
Aldi tequila. The smell of that. If I smell tequila, I'm brought back to being 18 at your house, your mum and dad's house, where we'd stand at the kitchen bench and do like 5 shots of it and eat like a barbecue chip between to change our palate. And we'd be like, we'd hang out for like 2 hours. You'd want to go out at like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night to go out clubbing, and we'd come over at like 8. We'd watch like a movie and just like talk crap for like a couple of hours, and then be like, oh, we better get the taxi's coming.
Yeah,
we better
let's
have like
line up
let's
fucking-
and just like get that's how we'd get drunk. I
Yeah.
could not do that now, and the smell of that Aldi tequila that's like what $13 a bottle or something.
Oh.
Just it's ruined tequila for me.
For me though, like I guess my like favorite's still just Jack Daniels.
Yeah,
Because like that's the first like drink.
but it's a favorite memory of like smell.
Because like I can still drink. Like the worst one's probably Captain Morgan's or something like that.
Yeah,
Ugh,
okay. You
I hate
don't like
rum.
it?
I hate rum.
Yeah, okay.
How about you, Trent?
Not a fan of spiced rum.
No.
I'd say mine is probably either double blacks.
Yeah.
Because that, like, I guess both of these drinks, so double blacks and bearded lady. So
Yeah.
bearded lady was a bourbon.
Yeah, I remember you used to drink the beer.
Pre-mixed.
Yep.
In a can, and it was 2 standards per can. So it was pretty strong back in the day.
Right.
And yeah, I just feel like that both of those drinks, for me, memory-wise, occurred in high school.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think whenever I'm strolling through Dan Murphy's and see them, I just picture
Jumped it. Yeah. Okay.
just being
No, it's good.
very
Well,
intoxicated.
well, thanks for that, Chrissy. We should probably wrap up. We've been going for an hour. Should we?
Yeah.
So what would you guys? How's the Bev? It's
good.
Good.
I do
Did you enjoy that tea?
Yes.
Give me that. I'll drink it if you don't want it. I'll drink it. I enjoyed it.
I do know that they release these in a keg.
Yes, we
Yeah.
bought that as well.
Mm.
You bought it.
Yeah, we got a keg.
So
What?
It's not like a massive keg. It's just like
Of this?
yeah.
Where
From Aldi.
You bought it.
Yeah,
What?
for So's dad.
Oh, okay. Okay, not for like you. and
No.
Sophie, like sitting like
not for Dan.
Get off the Dan with his one sip of beer that I'm drinking now. I'm now drinking.
So German beer,
Yeah.
Australian hard rock AC/DC, rock or bust beer.
Does it? Now the question is, does it rock or bust?
Well, let's go to our official Bev Buds rating of 13.
13 thumbs up. Yeah. So how many thumbs up would you give it, D?
7.
7 thumbs up.
That's pretty. I reckon that's a personal
3.5
best for the show,
people.
is it?
That's 3. Give him thumbs up.
Wait, what?
3.5 people giving it thumbs up.
Because like 2 thumbs for this. Don't worry. It's a stupid joke. What would you give it, Trent?
I don't mind it. I'd probably go around the 8. Like, it was nice, but it's just got. Yeah, it's alright, I guess.
Okay, so if we were playing in the future, because we've kept.
You look so heartbroken.
So we've kept.
No, like, it just reminds me of, like, I might insult a few people, but It reminds me of the pub, and it reminds me of an old man beer.
Like
if
Carlton
you,
Draft.
Yeah, or if you taste a Crownie, like Crown Lager or
I
something.
think that's why they like it smells literally like when
The
you
pub.
walk
Like
into
when
a
you,
pub.
we're recording this in my room. I'm gonna air my room out when you guys before I go to bed. Yeah, no, I can see that. I could definitely see that. So, but question, because let's say we collect every drink we've had, we have a spare one of it, right? Because it's 3 of us, and they all come in balls. If you lucky dipped this out,
I wouldn't be.
you wouldn't be mad.
No.
Like it's no passion fruit sour smash, is it? Is it then?
No.
You're screwed when we do this lucky dip thing.
Why?
What did you drink?
Probably the mango beer. That's probably.
Do
Yeah.
you have one of them?
No, we can get one.
Go on for me.
Nah, don't go over there. Let's just keep it to this,
Oh, boy.
this and the passion fruit smash.
Ugh.
Look, I'm gonna give it. I quite enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah.
It was pretty cheap too.
Yeah.
Was it? How much was it?
Like $3 each.
Really? Wait, $3 each for there? Really?
Yeah. Well,
It's hard to.
$2.95. I'm being like,
So it's cheaper than a bottle of Mount Franklin.
yeah. And like the cake was only like $15.
Wow. Okay.
What?
I don't know if it's going down a
Cheaper
ranking.
than a
What have they
bottle of
done
Mount
to it to
Franklin.
sell it cheaper than water?
Because it's Aldi.
But how can you make it cheaper than water?
What do you mean?
How can you make the alcohol cheaper than water? You can't.
Yes, you can. That is 100% a thing.
Not here.
Yeah,
With a tax.
No, you can.
It's
There's
like a 20% tax.
No,
on
well, I'd
that
say
stuff, isn't
about
it?
probably 5 years ago. I don't know if you. I think it's a little bit more expensive now, but there's a slab you can get
Yeah.
from the beer from bottle shop.
Yeah.
Hammer and tongs,
Okay.
cheap as hell.
But it tastes as good as this.
30 cans for $30 back in the day.
Wow.
It was $1 a can.
I when I was in Las Vegas, I stayed at a hostel, like a really crappy hostel on the strip, and they had a vending machine, a beer vending machine,
Really?
and they had dollar
How
beers.
does that work with your ID?
You just put money in.
That's so dodgy.
So you just put like a $1 bill in, and you get a $1 beer.
No.
And it was this beer apparently because the owner, his name was Chandler, and he was this real dodgy.
Chandler.
Yeah, he basically he would go to Costco and
Right.
buy like these packs of like 500 and load them up in his car, and he'd buy these packs of 500 for like $200.
Right.
So and then
Okay.
he makes like a $300 profit
Yeah.
every time, and they just go crazy because everyone at the hostel, they're all
It's
like
just $1 beer,
travelers, young,
Yeah.
all conglomerating drinking, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're out of drinks, let's just get this cheap beer.
Yeah.
So he made a killing on it, but I never thought here you
clever.
could get beer that's cheaper than water. So I'm
Yeah.
really impressed, Dave. Good
It's
job.
like did you get?
Well, there you go. So Trent, I gave it 9. You give it an 8,
eight,
and
and
Dan,
Dan
would you give
gives
it
it
7?
7.
That's pretty. That's probably the most consistent.
Closest we've been.
We've all agreed on
Yeah.
the same thing.
For Akadaka.
So AC/DC, German beer, Australian hard rock. I'd say it was it a rock or bust?
I'd say it's a rock.
I'd say it's leaning towards the rock.
It's a rock. It's TNT.
Is it dynamite?
Yes.
Did it shook you all night long?
Yeah, sure, Carl.
So, as always, keep those questions coming.
Yes, send
And
us
then
in
refill
questions.
the
We love it.
candle.
And during the week, we just get some people will just randomly message us about things, and we love it.
It makes
It's so
our day.
nice.
It
Because
really
we can
does.
talk about it, and we can just like it shows people enjoy it. So if you listen to the podcast, send us a message. We won't bite. Well, Dan might skate, but we don't bite.
Well, okay. Is that meant to be a joke?
No.
Alright.
Alrighty, so as always, take care.
And good night.
Well,
Oh, there you say, D.
Merry Christmas.
And happy Easter.
Good night. Good night.